Hello, everyone. I'm Casey McBride, and this is Shaman's Way, the YouTube channel dedicated to spreading the magic of spirituality and healing to the community of the world. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to be doing another breathwork session with some healing work thrown in today. So if you'd like to join, welcome. So for anyone who's not familiar, when I say breathwork, I'm not just talking about relaxed breathing, because there are many different forms of breathwork. It can be everything from like 4-7-8 breathing, where you just count, breathe into a count of 4, hold to a count of 7, exhale to a count of 8. I'm talking about more dynamic breath work, more intense breath work that is meant to, in a way, it alters your state of consciousness. So it can do everything from make you feel like you're kind of stoned in a relaxed way to produce powerful DMT psychedelic-like experiences. And while we won't be maybe going that deep today, we are going to get high on our own supply, so to speak. But it does many things for the body. It benefits almost every single system of the body, from the cardiovascular system to the immune system to your nervous system. Everything is benefited by breath work. And for me, it has been one of the biggest factors in my healing for many different things. So I want to share this with everyone. We're going to start out. We're just going to jump right into it, and feel free to comment if you have any questions about what we're doing. We're going to start out with just some kind of Wim Hof style breathing. We're going to take 30 deep breaths about at this pace. We're going to follow that with an exhale hold. So the last one, we're going to take a deep breath in, then exhale. And then we're going to hold the breath for a little bit. And then we're going to take a deep breath in after we've held our breath. You're going to take a little more air, pack your lungs full, and then just relax your body, but give a gentle squeeze from the perineum up to the top of the head. This will produce all kinds of beautiful sensations. But if you have anxiety, depression, physical pain, any number of things, this can be one of the greatest things you could do for yourself. You could do everything else right. You could eat the right foods. You could drink plenty of water. You could exercise. But if you're not breathing, then you're not doing very much of a contribution to your body. Breathing is so important. We do it 25,000 times a day. It is our largest detoxification pathway in the body. And it is so important. Doing actual regular breath work like we're about to do here will transform your life if you practice it regularly and you do it consciously and bring the energy and the spirit aspect of it as well. So for anyone who's ready, let me put up a little banner. Breathwork session is happening now. Jump in. Welcome. All right. So follow along. 30 deep breaths. And you want to fill up the diaphragm so it's like a wave. So your belly expands. You can put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Feel your stomach expand first as you breathe with your diaphragm, then your chest. And then on the exhale, you're just letting go. So it's kind of like a wave. Belly, chest, let go. We're going to do 30 of those breaths and then some holds starting in 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Deep breath in, hold for just a second. Exhale, and just hold your breath. See how long you can go without breathing. Deep breath fully in. A little more air. Pack your lungs full. A little more. Hold. Gentle squeeze from the bottom up. Slowly exhale. And just take note of how your body's feeling after that. Any tingliness, aliveness. Notice your body may be more loose. You may hear a tone in your head, like a ringing. That's not your ears ringing. That's actually the nervous system being lit up. It's your neurons firing far more rapidly than they're used to. You can actually hear it as an audible tone inside of your head. You may notice a change in the way that your sense of hearing is as well. You notice you hear things more sharply, more clearly. If you open your eyes, you may notice your sense of sight is more crisp and clear. So they're all beautiful changes as you're attenuating, stimulating your nervous system, developing your nervous system, training your nervous system. And the nervous system is how we perceive reality. You don't actually experience reality, you experience your nervous system. So by doing this kind of breath work and training the nervous system, lighting up all the nerves in your body, it's one of the greatest things you could do for yourself. I want you to let me know if you're watching and you just followed along with that. How are you feeling compared to before we started? How do you feel? But we're going to jump into another round of breath work here. We're going to do some nasal clearing. So one of the things that a lot of people have difficulty with, because some of these exercises are in and out through the mouth, some are in the nose, out the mouth, some are just in and out the nose. But a lot of people have difficulty breathing. You may have broken your nose. You may have, a deviated septum, or you just may be really clogged up, have allergies, all kinds of things. But the nose is a use it or lose it organ. I didn't know this. I had a broken nose. I broke my nose really bad when I was younger. And when I first started doing breath work, I would tell people who got my mentors who were training me, I would be like, I have to breathe in and out through my mouth. I can't breathe through my nose because I broke my nose. I can't breathe. When I would go to breathe in, it would sound like, it was so blocked up I couldn't breathe. But then I was listening to James Nestor talk about how the nose is a use it or lose it organ, and the more you train it, the more you use it, the more the pathways open. So I started doing certain exercises to open up the nasal passages, and now I have full clear use of my nose, where before I could barely use it at all. So anyone can do that. So and we have Angela commenting saying it gets intense, so I stop when I do it. Yeah, never push yourself too hard, because you can, if you're not used to it, you can make yourself faint. But at the same time, these intense sensations are something that you want to breathe into. If you feel intense, you will feel intense sensations. Every single time I do breath work, I get a stronger buzz, a stronger high than any drug could ever produce. It gets so intense for me. Like I said, I have DMT trips, psychedelic experiences through the breath. But these are things you learn to love. You learn to crave them. And it's so good for you. So like feelings of tingling, lightheadedness, these are all good sensations. Continue to breathe into them as you're breathing. Make them stronger. Try to make them even stronger and breathe into them. What if this was the most pleasurable thing I ever felt? Ask yourself that and just breathe into it. Don't be afraid. People get freaked out. They're like, they start to wonder, oh, am I hyperventilating? All these weird things. You're breathing. You're not going to hurt yourself through breathing. Just breathe through those sensations, feel it. And you'll just continue. It's one of the greatest things you can do for your body. So don't let those intense sensations scare you off. They're all good things. But don't push yourself. You don't want to, how to put it? You never want to push yourself. You don't want to pass out. You never want to come close to passing out or anything like that. So you never want to never force anything. But at the same time, the intense sensations are a good thing. Breathe into them. Sometimes they're integration. It can be trauma integrating. It can be really beautiful. I wanted to pull this one up. Saiwa, healing shamanic arts. Saiwa, so are you trained in the Paco Kuna tradition? I don't know if I know you or not, but I know what a Saiwa is. I know what Saiwa Chikui is. She said, love that nose being use it or lose it tidbit. Thank you. Awesome. It is. It really is. And I never thought of it that way until I heard James Nestor speaking about it, and then I just started breathing more and more through my nose, doing these nasal clearing exercise, and it just my nose opened up more and more. And now I have full use of my nose. I probably had 20% use of my nose before, and now it's close to 100%. So that's possible for anyone. I want to go back to Angela. Has it helped you with hearing from your guides? I don't know exactly what you're asking, but she sent a question mark and then said, how has it helped you hearing from your guides? How has it helped you hear? What is this? How has it helped you? The breath work. I think that's what she was talking about. Has the breath work helped? The breath work will definitely help, because so what you're doing when you're breathing is you're bringing a ton of light energy into your body. You're flooding so I was talking about more of the physical side of it. On the spiritual side, you're flooding the body with light. And as you do that, your vibration raises, and it makes it much, much easier to communicate with spirit. It makes it your connection to spirit far more effortless, far more easy. So yes, breath work will help every single aspect of your spiritual practice, your mental emotional state, your physical state. It's one of the greatest things you could possibly do for yourself if you make it a regular practice. And then Angela is saying, also, does the feeling get less intense as you get used to it? No, it can actually get more intense, but it becomes pleasurable. At first you have fear because it's a new sensation. You're not used to it. You're not sure what's going on. But as you get used to this sensation, it can get more intense as your nervous system attenuates, but then it becomes the most pleasurable thing. It becomes like euphoric, the most euphoric, pleasurable feeling you could ever imagine. So you just want more of it. In fact, as you get into the practice and do it regularly, you don't want it to get less intense. You're like, I want this to get more intense, and it can. But at first it will it'll seem like it levels out just because you're getting used to the way that it feels. You're just not used to the way it feels. It's new. So continue to breathe into those sensations. This says, yes, it's Lauren the Shaman. You did a session for me recently. Thanks. I remember our session. That was a beautiful session. My sessions have actually greatly improved my psychic abilities since doing a lot of healing work recently, related to like deep childhood trauma and things. And then also I've been doing way more breath work, cold showers, exercise, all kinds of things. My psychic abilities have opened up immensely. So since I've seen you, Lauren, which I know it wasn't even that long ago, my healings have kind of completely evolved and become like 100 levels more powerful, if you can believe that. So it's so much fun. I love it. Angela's saying, so basically you are raising your vibrations. Yes, you are. I knew breathwork was amazing. It was just a lot of energy. It is just hard right now. I was asking because I was hoping it doesn't get less intense. So when I start. So the thing with breathwork is you're breathing like this. You have total control. So if you want the intense sensations to stop, just return your breathing to normal. and you'll return back to your normal sensations within a few minutes. So that's the thing. Like, if you take psychedelics to raise your vibration, you're in it for like anywhere from 4 to 12 hours, depending on the substance. With breath work, you can get really into it, get really intense, but the second you want it to stop, you're in control. You just return your breathing to normal. A couple minutes, you're right back to normal. But it will have an accumulative effect. You'll get stronger. Your nervous system will attenuate. But these things, like this uncomfortability, you have this fear around it, right? This fear of like, oh, it's getting intense. I don't want to experience more energy. The energy I feel is already enough. Well, all those worries will fade away because you will start to become lighter. The heaviness, the trauma will integrate. This is why energy feels too intense or like uncomfortable, is because you have a lot of trauma that isn't integrated in your body, cellular memory. Breathwork is one of the most powerful ways to integrate trauma, especially stored within the cells of the body and the cellular memory. So don't worry about those things. Just breathe, man. Saiwa says, yes, thank you. So cool. Wow, so good. I love it. And then also just started with cold showers and cold shower research. The cold is number 2. Breath is A1. Cold is A2. Or whatever you want to call that. I do cold showers, cold plunges, cold baths all the time. I do probably at least 3 cold showers a day. And then my friend Anthony Smigelski of the Positive Pineapple, check them out on YouTube if you haven't already done so, has a cold bath. It's actually, it gets down to like 28 degrees and it's still liquid somehow. I don't understand how that works. Colder than any natural body of water you're ever going to get into. And that's one of my favorite things to do is hop in there and just, it's so great. So yeah, cold exposure is huge. It's so powerful. How do you prevent astral projection with breathwork? That's something we can get into. Angela, message me send me a message. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook or anything like that, but if not, send me an email, shamanswayhealing@gmail.com, or I think you might have my number to text or something. I know we were communicating somehow when we were doing sessions. So reach out to me and we'll talk more about that. But for now, or I might get back to that in a second, but I want to do another round of breathing. So we're going to do these nasal clearings first. Nasal clearing exercise. So we're going to do 2 different exercises. The first one is a variation on buteyko breathing. So what we're going to do is if you can't breathe in and out your nose at all, just in and out your mouth to start out, to open up your nasal passageways. But if you can breathe through your nose, then breathe through your nose. And we're going to take 7 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth if you can, or just in and out the mouth if you can't. So it's going to look like this. After the 7th breath, we're going to take a deep breath in, hold just for a second, and then you're going to exhale to a neutral lung. You don't want to force all the air out of your lungs, just to a neutral lung. Then we're going to pinch the nose with our breath held. Then you're going to start tilting your head back and forth, side to side. Just move your head around. And this is going to build up a bunch of nitric oxide in your nasal cavity. Nitric oxide, among other things, is a vasodilator. So it's going to help to open up all that tissue in your nose. And if you do a few rounds of that, that can every day, especially if you have a really bad nose issue, that will open up your nasal passages. One of the ways I healed my nose. So we're going to do this 7 breaths in and out through the mouth if you can, or in and out through the nose and mouth if you can. Just follow along however you can. Let's do it. Deep breath in. And exhale to a neutral lung. Pinch your nose and start tilting. Whenever you get the strong urge to breathe, just take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale. We're going to do one more round of that. And by the second round, after a minute or so passes, you should really feel your nasal passageway starting to open up. So we're going to do that again. 7 breaths, and then the tilting with the pinched nose. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale to a neutral lung. Pinch your nose and start tilting. Whenever you get that strong urge to breathe, just breathe in and out through the nose. All right, another nasal clearing exercise, and you may want to grab a tissue for this. Tissue, paper towel, something you can blow your nose into, because we're going to be moving some snot. Angela asks, why are you doing those movements again? Because that helps to build up the amount of nitric oxide in the nasal cavity. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator, among many other things. By building up the nitric oxide in your nasal cavity, that's going to dilate the blood vessels. It's going to open up your nasal passageways. It's to open up the sinuses and the nasal passageways to increase your ability to breathe through your nose. Also, bringing nitric oxide into the body has all kinds of benefits, but it's mainly for this purpose. It's to open up the nasal passageways. So, another nasal clearing exercise. This one is going to comprise of 2 parts. We're going to do like 30 to 50 breaths. They're going to be fast. So the first part is you're going to breathe in fast through your nose, and then you're going to fast in through your mouth, and then you're going to slam out through your nose, which is why you may want the tissue. So in through the mouth. Really just try and like blow all the snot out if you can. And then the other part of it, we're going to alternate back and forth. The other part is the opposite. We're going to breathe in, slam the air in to your nose, and then out the mouth. And you want to breathe in so hard, like your ears are going to pop and everything. Just as hard as you can breathe in through your nose and then out the mouth. And then we're going to go back to out the nose. And then back. So follow along. This is fast, intense breathing. At the end of it, we're going to take a deep breath in, hold for just a second, exhale, hold with no air in the lungs, then deep breath in and hold. But I'll talk you through all that. You don't have to remember any of it. I'll tell you when to do what. So nasal clearing exercise, starting in 3, 2, 1, grab your tissue. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 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 Deep breath in. A little more. Hold. And exhale. And just hold your breath for as long as you can. Deep breath fully in. A little more. Hold. Gentle squeeze from the perineum up. Exhale. Feel the aliveness, all of the beautiful sensations in your body. Feel the tingling. Feel the increased sense perceptions. Feel the stillness in your mind that is growing more and more with every moment. Feel the looseness in your body, the warmth. You may hear a tone in your head, like I said. You may hear a ringing. And if you pay attention, it's actually not coming from your ears, it's coming from inside of your head. That is the increased neural activity. It's the increased flood of light. It's the increased frequency, energetic frequency, the raised vibration. You actually hear it as an audible tone. And now, I was already breathing pretty good out of my nose, but it's even better now. Full. It just feels good, man. It just feels good. How's your nose feeling? How's everybody's bodies feeling after that? Let me know how you're feeling. All right. So this next one, we're going to do the breath of 7 angels. So this is again, it may be difficult to do at first, maybe a little awkward, but we're training your neurology. We are training the brain. We're doing all kinds of things. So just do as best as you can. And with all these, remember, belly, chest, and then let go on the exhale like a wave. So you fill up with your stomach, then the chest, and exhale like a wave. But with this one, it's going to be a little different. It's going to be like a choppy wave because we're going to breathe in 7 parts. So it sounds like this. So 7 sniffs. And with each one, you fill a little bit more of your lungs. So it's called the breath of 7 angels. And it's just a way to train the nervous system, different stimulation for the nervous system. So we're going to start with this breath of 7 angels. So maybe, I don't know, do anywhere from 15 to 30 breaths of that with the same thing. Exhale and then inhale, hold. So whenever you're ready, or whenever I'm ready, because I had to take a sip of my tea. We're going to start with the breath of 7 angels in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale to a neutral lung. And just hold your breath. Deep breath fully in. A little more, a little more, a little more. Hold. Gentle squeeze from the perineum up. And slowly exhale. Feeling all of those beautiful sensations in the body, the aliveness, the increased flow of energy if you're sensitive to that, the tingling, the warmth, the coolness. Notice the stillness in your mind. Notice the peace, the looseness in the body. Just noticing, being still, being present with whatever you feel. Angela says, there is Joe Dispenza and Wim Hof. Do all types of breathwork do the same thing, or are they all the same? And then she said, there are different types of breathwork. Are they all the same, or do they do different things? No, they are not all the same. They all do different things. I mean, if you're looking from a pure physiological standpoint, even the different types of breath create different effects. But spiritually, they're very different as well. For example, even just for example, if you elongate your exhale, so you breathe in, say for 4 seconds, breathe out for 8. That's going to engage the parasympathetic nervous system. That's going to make you feel relaxed. It's going to sedate you. It's going to put you into a relaxed, calm state, even put you to sleep. Whereas some other types of breathwork can be very stimulating and wake you up and energize you. And if you're using consciousness technology to drive the breathwork, you can do everything from make yourself really relax and fall asleep to give yourself full-on psychedelic experiences and everything in between. So no, they are not all the same. They all do different things. How's everyone feeling? Curious of those who are following along with the breath work. How are you feeling after that? So we're going to focus, we're going to do a little bit of a body scan, and we're going to try and find the area in our body that feels the heaviest or the most uncomfortable. So we're going to do some healing. Well, this is all healing breath work. This is going to be focused on removing heaviness or stagnation or tension or anxiety or whatever you got going on. We're going to find the most uncomfortable part of the body and then breathe into it and integrate it. So we're going to start breathing in and out through the nose at about this pace. Full breaths. And just start to scan your body. Continue breathing this way. Start at the top of your head. Begin to move your way down your body at whatever pace feels comfortable to you. from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet. Take a minute, take 30 seconds, as long as you want to take. And what you're doing is you're looking for the most heavy, tense, tight, or uncomfortable part of your body. And when you find that most heavy or uncomfortable part of your body, imagine that the breath is going in and out of that part of your body. Although the breath is going in and out of our lungs physically, we're moving light energy with our breath. So you can imagine that the breath is going in and out of that spot that's the most uncomfortable. Asking yourself, what if this part of my body felt just 1% more pleasurable with every breath? Although it's uncomfortable now, what if it felt 1% more pleasurable with every breath? We're going to speed up the rate of breathing twice as fast as we're breathing now. You can breathe in and out of your mouth if you need to switch, or if you want to keep it in and out of your nose, you can. Just in and out the same orifice. So breathing twice as fast starting now. Feel the lightheadedness, feel the tingliness, feel all the sensations. Breathe into them, make them more intense, intensify them. Okay, we're going to breathe even faster for about 30 seconds. Deep breath in, and start to breathe slow, medium pace breath. About this fast. Breathing in and out of that area. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale to a neutral lung, and then we're going to hold the breath. You can hold for longer than you think you can. Just hold and be with your body. Whenever you get the strong urge to breathe, take that deep breath in, squeeze. Deep breath fully in. A little more, a little more. Hold, squeeze from the perineum up. And slowly exhale. Bring your attention back into that area that was feeling heavy, dense, tight, or stagnant. And just notice how much lighter it feels now. Notice how much more loose and relaxed your body is and how much more quiet your mind is. Just be with the sensations in your body for a minute. Nothing to do. You have nowhere to be, nothing to do. Just be here. Feel your body. Feel the stillness. Drift and float downstream into deeper and deeper peace. Just be still. Feel all of the sensations in the body. Feel how alive you feel. How's everyone feeling after that one? What was your heavy area? What does it feel like now? Let me know. Saiwa, Healing Arts, Shamanic Healing says, feels so good to focus on breathing. Yes, it does feel good. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world. Helps to still the mind, attenuate the nervous system, bring light energy into the body. Does all kinds of things. All kinds of good things for you. It's beautiful. I feel good. How many types of breath work are there? I have no idea. Hundreds, thousands? I don't know. Breathwork's been around since, as far as I know, since man has existed, or at least since shamanism has existed, which is as early as man gathered together in tribes. Almost every single shamanic culture all throughout the world on all the different continents, almost every single one of them uses breathwork to achieve altered states of consciousness and perform healing for themselves and others. So there are many, many, many different types of breathwork. Pranayama alone, there are so many, just within that one discipline, pranayama. There are so many different kinds of breathwork. Speaking of, we're going to finish off with that. We're going to finish off with my own modified version of nadi breathing, which comes from pranayama. This is not traditional nadi breathing. This is my own version, my own modified version. I don't even know what to call it. It needs a new name because it's not nadi breathing, but it was inspired by nadi breathing. So we're going to finish off with that. So for this one, it's a type of alternate nostril breathing. So what you're going to do is plug one up. You can push on the side or you can just cover the opening of your nostril. I prefer to cover the opening because pushing on the side gets a little uncomfortable for me. So whatever's more comfortable. But we're going to block one nostril. We're going to breathe in and out that one. Then in and out the other. And what we're going to do is one breath in and out one nostril, one in and out the other. And then we're going to go 2 on the other side. Then 2 on the other side, 3 and 3. And then back down to 2 and 2, back down to 1 and 1. Then through both nostrils, we're going to do 7 breaths. And then on the last one, we're going to take a deep breath in, exhale, hold, and then a deep breath in, hold and squeeze, just like we've been doing. So for everyone who's ready to follow along, cover up one of your nostrils, breathe in and out that one, starting in 3, 2, 1. One breath on this side. Other side. Other side 2. Other side 3. Other side 3. Other side 2. Other side 2. Other side 1. Other side 1. Both nostrils, 7 breaths. Deep breath fully in. Hold. Exhale. And just hold your breath. Deep breath fully in. A little more air, a little more. Hold, gentle squeeze. Exhale. And just feel the aliveness in your body. Feel all of the beautiful sensations. Allow yourself to be still. Just taking note, allowing yourself to drift downstream for a moment. Sink deeper into the stillness, deeper into the sensations of your body. Feel how good it feels just to be alive, just to be right here, right now, in this moment. Feel how good it feels. Feel that aliveness. drift, float downstream, deeper and deeper into peace, into stillness, into the fullness of life in this moment, the spaciousness. Whenever you feel ready, drift and float in that stillness as long as you like. Whenever you feel ready, gently bring yourself to open your eyes, maybe stretch a little bit, and then make a comment and let me know how you're feeling. Again, you don't have to be watching this live. Watching this live can be fun. This is a beautiful breathwork session that's available for you to watch as many times as you want. It's available to you whenever, on demand, for free. How cool is that? You can follow along with this breathwork session every day if you wanted to. I want you to make a comment and let me know how you're feeling. Whenever you're watching, wherever you're watching from, how do you feel after this session? If anyone's interested in learning more about this or receiving a psychic or shamanic healing, you can message me or reach out to me or go to shamanswayhealing.com. If you look in the link of the description on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching from, you'll see the link to my website and my email address also. So you can reach out to me. I do deep, powerful shamanic healings. We get deep into, all the way back to like childhood wounds or past life wounds. And we can create some powerful change. I've seen people experience much deeper healing in 1 hour than anyone could ever experience an entire lifetime of therapy. Talking people finding freedom. People have come to me broken, depressed, ready to give up on life. Within an hour, they're excited about life. They love life. They're thanking themselves and the universe. Excited for the day. Free of pain, free of suffering, free of that incessant thinking in their head. It's really beautiful what we're able to do. So I want to spread this to as many people as possible. So please share this video. Big contribution will be to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you get notified the next time I go live to do one of these sessions. And a big Nike Kuyaiki Arpichai Sonkulai to everyone watching, which is Quechua for thank you, I love you, a dove from my heart to you. And before I go, we got a comment saying, I really love the holding of the breath at the neutral lung. It feels so gently powerful because after having 2 back-to-back pregnancies and all the intense expansion and pressure inside my body, wonder if there was more to that. But yeah, the neutral lung hold is beautiful. And one of the things we're doing is we're building up our carbon dioxide resistance. When we're doing that, we're holding with a neutral or empty lung. And actually CTD felt really felt so peaceful. And, continued is the CTD, I think. Really felt so powerful, peaceful, and, but anyway, yeah, we're building up our CO2 resistance when we do that. And that has all kinds of benefits. Also felt very filled with physical relief. Yeah, man. It's one of the most powerful healing modalities in the world. And I've experienced a lot of them from hypnosis, hypnotherapy. I was really into hypnotherapy for a bit, to Reiki, Qigong healing, pranic healing, massage therapy. I'm a licensed massage therapist, shamanic healing, many different kinds of shamanic healing, I've experienced more energy healing modalities than most people probably ever will. And if all the ones I've experienced, if I could only pick one to share with every single person on this planet, I would say everyone start breathing every single day. It's the most powerful healing modality I've ever come across. That is how highly I think of it. So I recommend it for everyone every day. Everyone should be breathing every day. If you're a human being, you should be breathing every day. Apart from maybe if you were diagnosed with like a horrible brain aneurysm or something. Other than that, everyone should be breathing every day. Some people worry like, oh, well, if I have asthma, I have COPD, I can't be breathing like that. My good friend Anthony Smigelski of the Positive Pineapple had COPD so badly, he was dying of it. He was dying. And if you were to take a big breath and to laugh, or even just to sigh, just that, that would send him into such a horrible coughing fit that he would be bedridden for like 3 days. He'd have like bronchitis, and like he couldn't even take a deep breath in. And among many other things that he was doing, he discovered breath work. And at first, his ego was telling him all kinds of things like, you have COPD, you can't be breathing deep like this, you're going to die. This is going to kill you. But the spirit came through and was telling him, keep doing this. This will heal you. And through breath work, he healed himself of COPD. He now has basically no symptoms of COPD. And he was dying of it. This is something they tell you, like, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just going to get worse and worse. And he healed himself with breath work. So yeah, you got asthma, COPD, start breathing. It's amazing. Anything, anxiety, depression. That's the biggest benefit for me has been the anxiety. I had crippling anxiety, such bad anxiety that I would have panic attacks. I couldn't even go in. I lost jobs over it because I couldn't go into work because my anxiety was so bad. Social situations, driving, everything was anxiety. And among powerful shamanic healing and other things, exercise, all kinds of things, breathwork was the biggest factor for me, though, in healing my anxiety. And I have virtually no anxiety anymore. It doesn't really exist in this reality anymore. So yeah, there is not only hope, but real powerful healing available to all of us for free. Breathwork is free. It's the most free thing in the world. How does it get any more free than just breathing? It's the most free thing ever. And it's so powerful and everyone can do it. And so start breathing, guys. Start breathing. Anyway, a big thank you. A Nike Koyeki Arpichai Sonkolai to everyone out there. I love you all so much. Let's spread this magic to every corner of the planet.